fly out the window. Let go, yeah, we gon' get there, I know. And keep it for the rest of our life. Said I know we'll get this. Yeah, we gon' get there, I know. And keep it for the rest of our life.
This is Yosh of San Diego Dynasty. I'm here to give you a couple pro tips about playing in a one-on-one situation. There's a couple factors involved with playing one-on-ones. Some people say it's the most simple form of paintball. In my opinion, it's a really important thing to practice, but each one-on-one is always going to be different, so you can't exactly know what you're going to be in for. But there's three basic things that I think are important in a one-on-one. The first one is, your gunfighting. You have to be technically ready to take on a person in a one-on-one gunfight. You engage in one-on-one gunfights with people in regular games, whether it's 3-on-3 or 5-on-5 or 7-on-7. But the basics is, making sure that you can snap shoot, run and shoot, keep good field vision. Those are all things that are important for gunfighting. Another key factor in playing in a one-on-one is, having a little bit of luck and helping yourself to kind of keep luck on your side. You can't really rely on anybody else except for yourself when you're playing one-on-one. Whereas in a team game, you can kind of sit back and you can play in a way that, you rely on your teammates for the first little bit and then you take matters into your own hands. But in a one-on-one, you need a little bit of luck. Anyone can shoot anyone. The guns shoot fast, the guns shoot straight. There's a lot of people out there with fairly equal gun skills. So it helps to, have a little bit of lady luck on your side. And the third basic thing that you need to think about when playing a one-on-one is the situation. So an example of how you might consider the situation in a one-on-one is, what stage of the tournament you're in, what stage of the match you're in, if your team is ahead on points, if you're behind on points, how much time is left in the game, where you are on the field compared to where your opponent is. If the rare scenario that your opponent is going to get another guy on his team soon, like coming out of the penalty box, things like this are rare, but they happen. So understanding what your situation is really important. I think the biggest thing that I think about in a one-on-one is that if I'm ahead in points, or if it's an even game, or if it's just a regular game of the match and there's plenty of time left, it's the most important thing is to not rush it. I mean, you have to try to keep a cool head. You have to listen to the coaches, get any help from the sidelines that you can. If you've got coaches holding cards on the sidelines, or if someone is verbally telling you where the opponent is, that's great. When your opponent is playing against you, you have to kind of try to establish what type of player they are. If they're going to be really aggressive and they're going to be making moves towards you, or if they're going to be constantly moving around, you take that into consideration. You have to take into consideration how much paint you have, how much paint they have. A big thing when playing a one-on-one is field vision. If you watch a lot of these pro guys play one-on-ones, it's really rare that they're going to go to the biggest bunker on the field and they're going to play out one side of it and just gunfight until they're dead. For the most part, they're going to find a bunker that they can play multiple sides of, and if they need to do a head check, they can head check over the top or out the side very easily. So an example of this type of bunker would be the short temple. A lot of people would agree that that's the best bunker to play a one-on-one out of, because you can shoot out of all three sides, and you can keep your vision up, and it's got a wide base, so you can constantly be playing behind it and make sure you're protected. It's choosing what you're going to be gunfighting out of is a really important thing, and I'll usually try to find one of these small temples or a short can or something that I can play both sides and play the top out of. Another thing is, once you have your opponent in a bad spot, so if he makes the mistake of going to a small bunker, or if he dives into the snake, or if he dives on his belly at all, then you should take advantage of that, and that's a time that you can risk playing more actively in your gunfighting and making sure that he doesn't come out, and making sure that he's constantly uncomfortable, because when you put someone in an uncomfortable situation, like in a small bunker where they have to crouch down really low, or where their vision is not that great, they're going to make a decision that will usually be bad, because because they can't take all the factors in mind. An important thing is when you're playing in a one-on-one, center yourself behind your bunker, always stay focused on where your opponent is, and always be active. So keeping your gun up, and you don't have to play right next to the bunker because you're only taking on one guy. The angle is basically straight in front of you, and it follows the bunker you're hiding behind. Being in a bunker that you can always kind of take a visual, or you can see around all three sides so that you can see if their stream of paint is coming over the top, or you can see if they move out in a direction, is important. Always having your gun up is important, because if you do catch a move out to the side, or if they creep up on you and get really close, you're ready to at least engage with them. If they get the jump on you, you can probably trade with them. And this is important for all gunfighting. The other thing is picking and choosing when you're going to gunfight. There's guys out there that have great snapshots, or that are really accurate, or that can pull the trigger really fast. But an important thing in gunfighting is choosing when the right time is to gunfight. And that's something that we try to impress to our players. Whether they're young guys or old guys that have been playing a long time, choosing your gunfight is probably just as important as being tight on your technical skills. Because sometimes you're going to be at a disadvantage, and sometimes you're going to be at an advantage. The other thing is, you got to just play with your instincts. I mean, if you feel it's the right time to engage, and you feel it's the right time for you to dominate the gunfight and shoot your gun more, then do that. If you feel that it's uncomfortable for you at that time, or if you feel that the other guy has the advantage because your bunker isn't as good as his, then lay off of it and live to fight another day. Thanks for watching. I hope these little pro tips help you out. Remember, if you're in a gunfight, find a good bunker, keep your eyes up, keep your gun up, and press the advantage when you have it. Thanks a lot.